Uno mas. How's it going?
Hello there, stragglers.
Hello there, floaters. We're continuing the amiibo Inkling Girl challenges for the Charger. Very epic. This is a very annoying experience because I wish I didn't have to play through the entire game basically all over again, but here we are.
He wrote 12 paragraphs.
Okay, for the story?
Yeah.
So explain what the story is to the new people.
You did not pay attention to last episode. We kind of had this little fun idea that was just like, what if just everyone was just as much of a dick as Scrooge was in A Christmas Carol, and you know, that's just how we work. We just have the most random thoughts and discussions about shit that like doesn't even make any sense. And it's 12 paragraphs, and I don't know if you want me to read all this or not.
You can, I guess.
Okay, I don't know how long this will take, but also you gotta remember, guys, this is AI, so it's kind of cheesy. So
yeah,
let's get to it. It was a bitter Christmas. Okay, well, first of all, I should say what the prompt was. So I just wrote a reimagining of A Christmas Carol, but the townspeople and the ghosts are just as mean as Ebenezer Scrooge. That's what all I wrote. So here's what they wrote. Because this one you have to ask it to write more, and then it'll write more.
Yeah.
So, alright, here we go. It was a bitter Christmas Eve in the town of Grimsville, where every resident was as stingy and sour as old Ebenezer Scrooge himself. The streets were dark and icy, with not a single light shining in any window. The townspeople scurried about, grumbling and muttering curses at one another. No goodwill or cheer could be found in Grimsville on this unholy night. In the creaky old manor of Mr. Scrooge, the stingiest of them all, the atmosphere was even more chilling. As the clock struck midnight, the ghost of Jacob Marley appeared with a chain made not of regret, but of malice and spite. He was followed by 3 other ghosts, each one more wicked than the last. The ghost of Christmas past sneered at Scrooge, showing him memories of his own selfishness and cruelty. The ghost of Christmas present mocked the townspeople, revealing their darkest thoughts and intentions. And the ghost of Christmas yet to come, with a wicked grin, led Scrooge to a future even more bleak and despairing than his present. But instead of repenting and changing his ways, Scrooge rebelled in their wickedness. He laughed in the faces of the ghosts and taunted them with his own brand of malevolence. The townspeople cheered him on, relishing in the misery and suffering they caused. And so, the night passed in a whirlwind of darkness and spite, with no hope of redemption or salvation in sight. Grimsville remained a town consumed by cruelty and bitterness, where Christmas was just another opportunity for malice and scorn. And as the first light of dawn broke over the horizon, the town of Grimsville fell into a deep, eternal darkness, its residents trapped in a never-ending cycle of greed and spite. In this twisted reimagining of A Christmas Carol, there was no happy ending, no redemption, only the cold, harsh reality of a town lost to its own wickedness. Okay, so that was part 1, I guess. Here's part 2. The following Christmas in Grimsville was just as grim as the last, if not worse. The townspeople had embraced their malevolent ways even more fervently, reveling in their cruelty and spite towards one another. The bitter cold seemed to seep into their very souls, freezing any hint of warmth or kindness that might have remained. On this particular Christmas Eve, a new specter haunted the streets of Grimsville, the ghost of Christmas revenge. A ghastly figure, wreathed in shadows and whispers of vengeance, had appeared to deliver a message to the townspeople. This ghost, unlike the others, was fueled by the collective bitterness and malice of the town, seeking to avenge all the ill will and wicked deeds that had festered in Grimsville for so long. The ghost of Christmas revenge led the townspeople on a macabre journey through the darkest corners of their hearts, showing them the consequences of their actions and the pain they had inflicted on others. The once gleeful cheers of the townspeople turned into cries of fear and regret as they were forced to confront the darkness within themselves. As the ghostly procession wound its way through the streets, a sense of dread hung heavy in the air. The townspeople realized with horror that their actions had consequences, that their spiteful ways had caused untold suffering and despair. But it was too late for redemption now. Too late to undo the harm they had wrought. And so, that fateful Christmas Eve, Grimsville remained shrouded in darkness and despair, its residents trapped in a never-ending cycle of wickedness and retribution. The ghost of Christmas revenge lingered over the town like a specter of doom, a reminder of the price to be paid for greed and malice. And as the last echoes of the ghostly procession faded into the night, Grimsville descended into a silence so profound it felt as the very soul of the town had been extinguished. In this twisted reimagining of A Christmas Carol, there was no joy, no hope, only a grim reminder of the consequences of embracing darkness over light. The end. The end. So, yeah, anyway. Find this guy again.
Yep. Yeah, that was typical of a chat story.
Yeah. I love how they always ended like a Darman being like, and so you see here. Like, yeah.
Fucking stupid.
I mean,
like, it was interesting
yeah,
a little bit, I guess, but like,
it's like, yeah, it's just like, that's kind of what just that basically is. If you tell it to write a story, it just gives you basically ideas to like write out something like actually like written by a human.
yeah.
Like, I think it's a good idea of just like having like the second half once it's without Scrooge, where it's just like just a bitter town and then forgetting the spirit of Christmas. And yeah.
I just wanted to hear the townspeople like.
I wanted Tiny Tim to get like yeeted off a cliff or something. His dad just pushes his son, takes his cane away. There's no God bless everyone. He just like pushes.
I wanted Scrooge to be like vaguely happy at the end, and like I want him to be like, everyone, it's Christmas.
Everyone's fuck you.
Shut the fuck up. Go back in the house, you big nose bitch.
Instead of Tiny Tim saying God bless everyone, it's just he's telling. It's like,
go
fuck you. He gives them all the finger like.
And then it snaps like Ebenezer out of it. It's just like, hey, Tiny Tim, how about you fucking break your other leg, you piece of shit, kid? Fucking cripple.
Cripple.
Your mother cheated. I'm your daddy.
It'd be like that stream where with iShowSpeed where he was just like arguing with himself. It's just like Ebenezer just being like, okay guys, we need to calm. And he's like, shut the fuck up. He's like, you shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's like just him just like snapping.
Fucking god, ain't that? I think Ebenezer, Scrooge, and Santa should be in a map battle.
They already used Ebenezer Scrooge, unfortunately. But to be fair, they also did use Trump, so for that same battle too.
Yeah. Well,
It should be the Grinch.
Huh?
It should be the Grinch.
It should have been the Grinch.
It should be the Grinch. Ebenezer Scrooge was the Grinch because they basically have the same story.
Yeah.
Except one steals Christmas, but one has the. But they both hate Christmas, but find redemption in the end. But but their methods are pretty different though, which would make it interesting.
It's so weird that like they just match Scrooge up with
Donald Trump.
I guess it's like
if you watch the rap battle, it was basically they were basically just doing a rap version of A Christmas Carol, but having just historical people as the ghosts.
Yeah.
Like Trump was supposed to be Marley, and then J.P. Morgan was Christmas Past. Kanye was Christmas Present, which again they wasted Kanye.
Yeah.
And then, but they still had Death for Death, which I will say, his Death line is like the most hard thing ERB ever did.
Oh
his verse was so fucking good. Just pure, terror and just yeah. I mean, I get what they were doing, but again, they just used Trump. Well, I think the idea was just well, they're both these rich, greedy guys, and maybe that's why. But then they're like, let's just do a Christmas story. I mean, not a Christmas. I mean, a Christmas Carol, not a Christmas story.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
Is that they're both fucking rich and stingy.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking God.
You got it. Oh, you got it.
I missed it. We have to restart the entire level. We have to go back.
Me when you don't get the top of the flagpole in Mario. Nope, we gotta restart.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's what was literally me when I was playing Mario Brothers, just using the suspend when I missed the flagpole, the top of the flag.
Yeah, it's. Oops. Actually, this isn't about the Mario thing, but I think my least favorite rap battle that I ever did was Captain Cook and Christopher Columbus.
That was actually I thought it was hilarious. Okay, no, I thought the opening was funny where Christopher Columbus dips, and I wish that's just how it ended.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave before this battle begins. It just says who won. I want someone to do a cut of that. That would be so funny. Just as soon as it starts, Christopher Columbus dips, and then just the video ends. Yeah, that was the only part that was funny.
Yeah.
I just just the pause, and then he just comes back.
Obviously, it's season 1, and a lot of the season 1 battles are kind of lacking.
Yeah.
And a lot of
that's what happens when you just start out.
Yeah. So I can't knock it entirely, obviously.
I kind of like now that they're just doing more absurd stuff.
Yeah. I think King Kong vs. Godzilla was the first actual rivalry that existed before the battle.
Yeah.
They did. Unless I'm forgetting something.
I mean, if you want to get technical, I know RoboCop and Terminator fought in the comics before.
Oh.
But that's not as big as Kong vs. Godzilla. That's more of just an obscure fact.
Yeah, it was one of those comics where it's just hey, these two are fighting. Kind of thing.
Yeah. But I mean, But obviously, it's one of those like internet rivaling kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Like Goku versus Superman. And...
I still don't get not Red and Link, Mario and Luigi versus the Wright brothers.
I still don't understand. I still don't.
Like,
I guess they're both brothers. They're both brothers with mustaches. I guess. I don't know if they both had a mustache. I can.
I think they did.
If they both had a mustache.
Pretty sure they did. If I remember correctly.
The Wright brothers. No, one only had a mustache.
Ah. So then, yeah, they're literally just
brothers. Yeah,
that's
just
it.
Two famous brothers.
So stupid.
I like them. The Mario Brothers said like two dorky dudes named Orville and Wilbur. Like, yeah, those. Right, that's literally their names, just Wilbur. just old names just are like the goofiest things like ever. Just imagine being named frickin' like Wilbur.
9 months.
Yeah.
And you
decide on Wilbur.
Parents must have hated them. No, it's just like Dale though. It's probably the dumbest name ever that I can think of.
I thought you said like I thought you were going with like I hate that Rhett and Link were in epic rivals. I'm like, but like the ones I know they were in, they were like besides the Mario and Luigi one, like the Ninja Turtles versus the Renaissance Painters.
Yeah, and
like that's
Lewis
still
and
one
Clark.
of the best ones. Yeah, Lewis and Clark. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Bill and Ted.
Well, we'll talk about this more next time.
Yeah.
Bye.